Chad, my bad. I'm too excited today, man. It's one of those things. You've been waiting for some shit like you ain't never think it was gonna happen. I'm super excited right now, man. But it's not only me. It's y'all. You know, I'm gonna tell certain y'all, but y'all gotta keep it low. I'm gonna tell y'all like if I hit me personally. But anyway, um, chat, chat, chat. If I see the permanent smile on my face, that's why it's there. But I didn't want to get into a couple things tonight. Have y'all watched the other two parts of Quando Rondo and Angela Yee? You know, I was looking at this. A lot of congratulations is coming in, man. Uh, I was looking at this, and I feel pity for Quando Rondo, but I feel pity for him not exactly for maybe reasons you think. Quando Rondo he's dropping an interview series episode part per day. He did a interview with Angela Yee. It was a little bit weird. Angela Yee seemed out of place. I don't know. You know, I've had a couple people ask me this question recently. And this is not to cast any type of aspersion. Look it up, Google it. Or anything on Angela Yee, but they say, yo, act. This is like your lane. Would you have went to New Orleans and interviewed Quando Rondo? And I look at it and I'm like, well, he asked me for an interview and I was thinking about it. I asked y'all on the stream, should I do it? And I'm going to be honest with you. I think the only thing that really made me have some apprehension to kind of even saying, no, we should do it is because it was clear that Quando Rondo was trying to use me. But shit, I mean, when someone wants to talk that usually doesn't talk, you know there's probably an angle. But still, I guess it was something to be rationalized or you had to make a decision about it because this is how I look at it. Quando Rondo wants to go on an interview to say, hey, I had no choice. Like, yo, what would you do in my position? Yet, if I'm listening to his music and his antics, he's acting like, man, fuck that nigga. He's not acting like it was a bad situation he ended up in. He's acting like he's a killer. So his antics and his music is provoking the situation, but he's trying to explain it in interviews. I think that's a little confusing for me. You get me? And I kind of liken that to why probably some people turned down the 6ix9ine interview when he came home. I think all these outlets who turned it down were down to talk to 6ix9ine. However, once they saw that his actions were the same as before he went in, but he wanted to probably get on an interview and explain himself as a victim, they were like, we're going to be used in this situation. We're good. That's what I saw it as. So I thought about that angle with Quando Rondo. And then I thought, well, if I was going to do the interview, I have to ask. That's the question I got to ask. Okay, cool. We get it. You didn't like. By the way, like thinking about this more, Quando Rondo was, I think he was trained by a lawyer before he did that interview. I think Quando Rondo was trained by a lawyer. The things that we're laughing at play very good in court. This is the first time he's spoken on this. It plays very well in court for Lul Tim. I was thinking about it. So we're over here laughing because he told Angela Yee, yo, I didn't know I had no beef with him. Well, we're all here sitting reasonably and saying, you know y'all had beef. Like y'all was sneak this and like shit his manager even said that like y'all had some back and forth. Like, what you mean you didn't know you had beef? It's actually in Lul Tim's benefit to say we had no idea we had problems with these guys, because then it doesn't seem like y'all showed up to a place where the people you had problems with were. You had no idea. But we're laughing at it. We're like, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? Cap. Then the next thing he says, yo, when Vaughn hits me, I had an out of body experience. It was like someone was above trying to take my soul. We're laughing at it. We're like, damn, this nigga Vaughn hit you with the Falcon punch that you're looking like that he hit you so hard, your soul hopped out of your body and said, fuck, you getting fucked up, nigga. Hilarious, right? Check this out. That's the perfect way to set up a defense for stand your ground. Or any self-defense. This is Florida, people. No, this is not Florida. It's actually Georgia. But still, they have the same premise in their stand your ground or self-defense laws. Quando Rondo has to describe that when he was quote-unquote attacked by Vaughn, he was seeing his life flash before him, or he was thinking he could die. If he doesn't say that, it doesn't validate why his homie needs to use lethal and deadly force. Think about it. If he comes out and says, this nigga snuck me, and I was like, what the heck? Yo, hold on. I was about to square up with him because, yo, all right, now I'm in it. He got to explain it in a way to say, yo, he hit me. It was an out-of-body experience. He hit me so hard that I was thinking, are we going to make it home? I didn't know I had problems with this individual. When he hit me, it was like I can't even explain it to you, man. It felt like somebody was about to take my soul. Sounds funny. But it sounds like the classic self-defense case. In most states that's down south, once you could prove to them that the reason you are acting with lethal force is because you felt your life was threatened or in danger or you might die, you beat the case. A few people hit me up and they had a lot of commentary about just even everything he said. This is what one individual said to me. They said, Ak, well, they actually said, would you have interviewed him? And I was going through back and forth. You know what they then told me? They said, and this is alleged. I'm hearing this from another person, so don't say, I mean, you could say Ak said this, but I don't know if it's true. They said, Ak, I'm going to be honest with you. Quando Rondo has gotten shot at twice already. That's what they told me. Now, I had no idea. They're saying there's been attempts on his life since then. This isn't something that everyone's on. You know, it's good to look online and be like, yo, I think everybody wants like, and you know, I don't even bring up a name at all. But people want certain people who are associated with Vaughn to be like, oh no, I'm about to shoot at him today. Like, you're never going to get that. You're never gonna get that. But is Quando Rondo not moving around in bulletproof vehicles? Is he not reaching out to Big U and other people for, I don't call it help, but like trying to make sure he's connected everywhere? So when that person told me, yo, he's been shot at twice already, I said, oh shit. I see some of y'all saying cap. I don't know. It might be cap. That's what I heard. This is supposedly word on the street. I don't know. Someone said you can't say that on here. The fuck? Like, nigga, if it happened, happened. Nigga, I don't care. What the fuck? I don't think he's doing docs because he's. I don't think Quando Rondo's scared. I think Quando Rondo is trying to get people to stop hating him. I don't think they will. Just because, here's the thing that's unfortunate about Quando Rondo, and this is what I was telling people before too. I don't think Quando Rondo is a bad musician, but his music was never this lit. Go look on his channel. His interviews about the situation is getting more views than his music. Let me say again. The interview about the situation is getting more views than the music, which means people care about him when he's talking about the incident, when he's rapping about the incident. Therefore, he has chosen to almost embed himself in that time period to keep giving people content. That's the only way he'll get people to keep entertaining him. He got to make vague references to that day. He got to talk about that day. Or he got to talk about how he's still surviving despite that day. That's interesting. Anyway, I feel bad for Quando Rondo. If Quando Rondo did want to speak to me, thinking about it, should I do the interview if he wanted to speak to me? I asked you guys that before. A lot of y'all said no. Somebody said I could be hating. No, it's not hate. Like, everything I said about Quando was not hate. Bro, I'm only saying that, bro. If you're trying to go on this whole thing saying you didn't mean for this to happen, blah, 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 stop rapping about you'll run up on me again and you'll die. Like, bro, like, don't rap about that. You know? Just have the content match what your message is. Right? Anyway,